What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. It's been a while since I had to upload, and the last couple uploads I had have been awful because it's been winter, it's been terrible, and I just haven't had much motivation. Haven't had much motivation to do anything. I had big plans to do all this over the winter. Life happens. I've been struggling with stuff and just finding the motivation to get out here. It's been way too easy just to chill back. So we need to get this car done because we need to get drifting. It's fine as is. I could probably take it to an event as is and drift just fine, but I spent all this money on an LS swap, and that's what we're going to do. We got to get rid of this old poopy V6, and we got to put some American stuff in there, man. So here's the VQ. It's got to go. We got to put prime time American HP in this thing right here, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this out of here and put some American stuff in this. I'm joking, guys. All joking aside, we're gonna do the LS swap just because, it's cool. I'm doing it for reliability. I'm not saying the VQ is not reliable. I'm not saying that people can't drift with it. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are having success with it. I've drifted an entire season on a factory V6 VQ. I mean, this car is 100% factory. I've won a whole season on it. It's fine. You can easily do it. I wanted to upgrade to the LS stuff just because I like it. It's what I'm more familiar with. I think it's more reliable, and I have a lot more LS parts, and my knowledge is greater for that. So I can easily fix something like that kind of on the fly, faster than I can do the VQ stuff. Anybody's in the car scene, they know the LS stuff is crazy. So I'm not going to try to talk too much in the video, but we're going to dive into breaking this down and doing the swap. It's not really going to be like a DIY or like a how-to tutorial. Definitely by, I would say, May or June, this thing should be ready to go. Unless things go really great. If things go really great and we could just slap this thing together, then hopefully I can make that first event in April. That's 2 months-ish away. I think we could do that, but you never know. So I'm shooting for end of May. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need if you're gonna do this, you're gonna need a 350Z. This is a 2006 350Z. This is the rev up, it's non-HR. A lot of people don't like the rev up engines. Some people do. They make a little more horsepower than factory, a little more torque. This is mine. It's my seat time car. If you guys know me, you've seen this car. You've seen it at events. You've seen me drifting this. But very basic, very stock. It's got a Super Lock GK Tech kit on it, coilovers, full suspension in the rear, just real basic drift car stuff. Got to have drift car carnage. Can't be a drift car without some carnage. And you're definitely going to need one of these bad boys. So this is out of a 2002 Camaro. I actually pulled this from a running car. The guy pulled it from a running car, but I was able to see the car, see everything, and all that good stuff. So this has never been opened. It's been sealed from the factory. I did some basic maintenance stuff on it. Some valve cover gaskets. I put a cam in it, pretty cool cam, nothing crazy, but it's going to sound cool. And the most important thing you need when you're going to do an LS swap is right here. You need box O parts. Box O parts. Without these, you ain't doing nothing. So this is all the LS swap. There's the exhaust headers. I have all the stuff for the engine, the GM stuff, AC Delco stuff. I have the adapter plate in there because we're going to keep the factory transmission, all that good stuff. I mean, literally have everything right here. You need these three things to do this. So we're going to go ahead, probably going to pull the hood off, try to jack the car up and get it as safe as possible. I put it kind of angled here in the garage, so when I pull this motor out, I can either set it here or I can set it here, and then I can do the work, because I was going to just leave the transmission in, because you can easily do that. Just pull the motor out, leave the trans in, put the LS in, and it goes pretty quickly that way. But I'm going to get everything out of the car, get it on the floor, and do everything here with room. And I don't want to stress myself about anything. I just want to take my time, make sure we get it done right. So that's the biggest thing with this, is we want to take our time, make sure we're doing this right, make sure we're not causing no headaches for ourselves. I've done a lot of car work, and most of the time when you get in a hurry, you make a headache for yourself. So, all right, so I've already talked a lot in this video, so I'm just going to kind of hit a B-roll. Maybe I'll put the camera up somewhere and just kind of take some clips of me tearing this thing down, getting it up on some jack stands. All right, so what I like to do when I'm taking the hood off, I know I said I'm going to B-roll, but I like to take this side off first, leave the hood prop there, and then I'll take the other side off. So the hood prop, in theory, most of the time it works out, the hood prop will hold this hood up and I'll be able to carry it off by myself. It's easier with two people, but we just got myself right now. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna jump into that right now. Okay, we got her in the air. I don't like working underneath jack stands. I think it's super dangerous, but we don't really have a choice right now. So we'll just be as safe as possible. I'm gonna give this thing a good tug here in a second. All right, so I tugged the crap on this car as hard as I could, shook it, pushed it, tried to move it. It ain't going nowhere. One thing I'm really challenging myself to do is put my tools back as I'm working on the car, because I just had to upgrade my toolbox because I've lost so many tools. I've taken tools places, to the track, to people's houses. I've worked on several different things. I haven't bought tools in years. But speaking of the tools, spent some money here on organizing everything, keeping it all separate. I bought some gear wrench stuff. They had a pretty good sale on them. So I went ahead and snagged some gear wrench stuff. So it's a step up from probably keep this as a souvenir, hang it on the wall or something. the carnage. Look how good that thing smashed in. I'm gonna show you the other side. See how far away that is? Look at that. Let's see that. Super, it's probably 6 inches away from the car. This is about an inch away from the car, and that's after I bent it out because it had all this pushed in on the tire. I don't know how I'm gonna bend that out the rest of the way. It clears right now, as you can tell. I think that's full lock, but. And just like that, front end's off the car. Pretty easy, really simple. I've only been out here, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, but I haven't been hitting it hard at all. I've literally just been casually working on this thing. All right, so I'm looking at this. That's my oil cooler lines there. Got the sandwich plate and all that good stuff, and runs up through there to my cooler. I was looking at this, and I'm gonna have to revisit this somehow. It's gonna be completely different with the LS swap. Again, I'm taking this real easy. I just wanna check everything over, make sure we got the best possible outcome. But like I said, I want this thing to be reliable, and not only reliable, I want it to work properly and all that good stuff, because this is just a seat time car. I mean, it doesn't need to do anything crazy besides allow me to practice. And the reason why I'm going LS, I know a lot of people are like, oh, just leave the VQ, but again, like I stated before, that's more what I'm familiar with. All right, quick update. Got the transmission drained, got the shifter off, got the e-brake out. So really, top side's pretty good. Now just bust off all the stuff on the bottom here. So one day, in hopes of putting AC back on the car with the LS swap, I removed all the factory AC lines, which I had to undo the windshield wipers, undo this windage tray, undo all of this, and pull this off. You know, now here's your windshield, it's all exposed. It was a lot of work, and I had to use those stupid AC things. Let me see where these to bust the lines off. Busted my hands. So let's go ahead and pull this motor out right now. Well, there it is, guys. It yeah, a little bit tougher by myself than I thought, but hey, we got it out. It went pretty smooth. We didn't break nothing that I know of. So this video is getting long enough. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.